Hello and welcome back to Phoenixdreams. Phoenixdreams proper, that is. Siddharth Sathe once again. Now, if you remember when we spoke last time, I spoke about character at length. I spoke about the various elements and components that combine together to build a person's character. And we talked about making your character stronger, building it up. And I had a question for you. It asked you whether is it possible for you to, by impacting any of the elements components that make up a human's character, is it possible to change your character over a period of time? Now, I did get a few comments, some interesting comments about this question, but there's one in particular that I want to share with you. And this came from my cousin brother, Padmanabh Sathe. Like I said, I'm going to share it with you. But before I do that, I want to give you a quick background about him for you to know him better. Now, in his career, he has been a senior scientist and researcher in oceanography. He retired as the deputy director of the National Institute of Oceanography in Dona Paula in Goa, NIO. He's a very well-traveled man. He's traveled to various countries around the world, experienced people of different cultures. He's a very well-read man, a deep thinker. There's one thing that I want to tell you about him, and that is the fact that all through his career, even though he's been a scientist and a researcher, he always stayed in touch with the teacher within him. He always stayed in touch with the teaching profession. He started his career as a teacher, but then he always stayed there. He was empaneled with various colleges as visiting faculty, and even now in his retirement he continues to teach as a professor in colleges. So let's get into what he has to say about the topic about character. So this is him. Siddharth, a very difficult topic you chose to define character and possibly change it. What he feels is circumstances do change your character. In a small town, everyone knows each other and you're expected to behave decently. In Goa, everyone is nice because everyone knows you. It is the anonymity of living in a big city that brings the worst in you. My job as a school teacher changed my character. That was my first job. I was the who cares type, as they say in India, the chalta hai types. The rebellious one, for someone who grew up in the 70s, who believed that violating social norms was cool. He thought too much of himself and treated less intelligent guys with disdain. When I began teaching in a school, in every class, 20 boys and 20 girls watched me keenly. It made me responsible, disciplined, and impartial to students. And I began respecting the less talented. Had I not taught in a school, I would have remained irresponsible and the proud, defiant young boy. Most important part was to deal with so many students who looked up to me as an ideal man. I realized that good manners and ability to get along with everyone counts more than your talents. So characters change when you're given a responsibility. He continues, character is often seen as achieving great things, but we often forget that there is a difference between being great and being good. India is a great country. Is it a good country? Our Prime Minister is a great leader. Is he a good leader? My neighbor is a great man. Is he a good man? My friend is a great doctor. Is he a good doctor? Do you want to be surrounded by great people or by good people? So, what is it about being good that is so important in character? Who is a good man? What he says is, a good man is one who does not haggle for change from a cobbler, an auto driver, a taxi driver, and a roadside vegetable vendor. One who wishes good morning to a garbage collector. One who is courteous while driving. One who smiles and inquires about a bank clerk before giving his passbook for updation. One who handles dissent with calm composure. I realized this when I went to Canada. I lived in a comparatively small town called Ottawa. People were smiling at strangers, inquiring about me if I was comfortable in a new country, whether I understand their accent. In a town like Ottawa, I would see the same people again and again, and they talk to me nicely. Exactly the same inherent goodness that I observed in Scotland, which also consists of many small towns. I realized that I am not good, but I had to pretend to be good. And while pretending, I actually became good. Even customs and immigration officials at smaller airports were smiling at me and calling me sir. That was not the case at bigger airports in bigger cities like London and New York. My point is, people who live in small towns are good to each other even in developed countries. A good neighborhood is a happy neighborhood. When I returned from abroad, I became a good man, letting junior interns share authorship of my scientific papers, stopping my car and letting people cross the road, asking vegetable vendors about from where they came from and their families. I realized that politeness and humbleness go farther than your achievements. If character does not include goodness, politeness and humanism, it means nothing. So that's it from him. Very interesting, very deep thoughts, and I tend to agree with most of what he's saying. I don't want to be judgmental whether he's right or not, but it sets me thinking, and I'm sure it will do the same for you as well. So what I would suggest is maybe rewatch the video once again to try and understand and assimilate all that he's trying to say to us, because it does make you think and reflect upon, is there anything you can do to change yourself at any point of time in your life to get better in character, to be a better person. So think and comment in the comment section. If not, if you aren't comfortable, you can send me an email, communicate me via WhatsApp Messenger if you have my contact information. But do think about it, and I'll give you some more time to do that. So and please let me know if there's anything additional, anything more that you want me to talk about on this specific topic. So that's all I have for you. Waiting for your feedback, waiting for your comments. And as usual, if you like what you're watching, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. See you soon.